You are listening to the Live and Level Gamers podcast in association with FullEffectGaming.com. See, we don't play those games. We just play those games. With Level Head Gamer, John Shaw, K-Bomb 20, D2K, Jedi Knight. The Live and Level Gamers podcast, where gamers come to talk.
What's up, people? It's your boy Levelhead back with another Live and Level Gamers podcast. We have the crew here once again. First of all, let me apologize for the late start, but I had prior obligations that didn't afford me the opportunity to be here at our normal time. So we started a little later than expected, but nevertheless, we are here. Hope y'all are ready for an insightful, enjoyable podcast. But I'm going to let these dudes introduce themselves, starting with Optimus Prime himself.
This ends here, Megatron.
All right, that's D2K. We're gonna throw it over to the one that sports the whole Captain America shield on his chest.
Yo, what's up, K-Bond 20, man?
All right, and the one and only from Kansas City. If he decides to unmute his mic, and talk, we shall hear from him soon. So go on, introduce yourself, bro. Didn't we do this last week with Shaw?
Yep.
All right, so when Shaw decides to introduce himself, we'll give him an opportunity. But yeah, we back for another Live and Level Gamers podcast. Hopefully you guys are tuning in and ready to hear some good stuff. But like we always do, man, we can start off with what we've been gaming on. So I'm gonna ask K-Bum 20. Over the last week, man, what have you been gaming on?
Yeah. So for me, what I've been gaming on, pretty much, I've still playing Overwatch. I think that's going to be a mainstay inside of my PlayStation. I don't think I'm moving that anywhere soon. But recently, since I've moved my PlayStation upstairs to my living room with the wife, I've been playing on some Uncharted, so she can watch me play and help me solve some puzzles and stuff like that. So me and the wife have been playing Uncharted together, and she had a couple wild moments when she was checking out the scenery, looking at the water, looking at the some of the locations that he was at. You know, she let out a couple wild, because man, it's a good looking game. Right. But that's what I've pretty much been doing. It's just pretty much Uncharted and working on Overwatch with just a tad bit of Division mixed in.
Okay, all right. So you ain't burnt out on the Overwatch yet?
Oh nah. I'm trying to get your boy Shaw in it. He just got it soon, so I'm trying to get him whenever we get done with this.
Okay. No, man, I had similar experiences with the whole Uncharted 4 with my wife, and a few family members was watching me play it. And I know the part you talking about, the part where you riding around in the boat, and you're trying to find the location to this particular area that you got to go. So you're trying to find the markers in the water. You talking about there?
Nah, I'm way past that. I'm talking about when you're in the caves looking for the gravestone. And
okay.
You see out into the ocean. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, well, they was wowing in that when I got to the water scene, on the beach, and
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was pretty breathtaking. But Uncharted 4 is pretty dope, But anyway, we don't want to. Oh, there he is. Go and introduce yourself, Mr. Shaw.
What's up?
Man, I mean, like two hours late, but we here still. Anyway, we gonna go to D2K. What you been gaming on, man?
Same stuff I'm normally gaming on.
Okay. So that's the Dragon Ball Z. What is that?
Xenoverse.
Xenoverse. Have you got part two? Two ain't came out yet, right?
No, it's not out yet. I'm not even sure when that does come out, actually.
All right. Okay, that's cool. John Shaw, what you been gaming on, man?
I'm playing some Battlefield.
Turn your mic up. You look low. If you
I'm playing
can.
some Battlefield, some Uncharted, stuff like that, and then I'm playing this Overwatch right now.
Oh yeah, K-Bun was just saying you and him supposed to be doing something after the cast.
Yeah.
While y'all on the cast, whichever one y'all gonna do. How y'all gonna do that?
No, I can't do it on the cast, man. 'Cause I gotta hear what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's cool. So how you liking that Overwatch, man? Because I'm pretty sure you playing it right now.
That's alright.
It's all right. You all right, man? You sound down. Shaw, what's wrong?
I was tired.
Just tired. I understand.
Life.
Man. Life, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, as far as me, since everybody has brought up this game, I guess I'll go ahead and share that I went on to beat it. That's Uncharted 4. I put it in. I hadn't played it in probably a month, and so I put it in this past weekend and beat it. And I have to say, I enjoyed it. I remember I came on here when I was first playing, and I was saying that I believe it was better than Tomb Raider: Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I guess I'll make that our first topic, because I don't know how many people have played that yet. Have you, Shaw? You played Rise of the Tomb Raider, right?
Yeah.
Well, was that the second one, or was that
That's the second one. The second one.
Okay, I played a little bit of it then.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to backtrack, man, on what I said. I think Rise of the Tomb Raider, for front to end, while not being a better storyline, well, I don't know. Even in the storyline, it's up there. I think the overall experience, graphically, it was not on par with this game. It was nowhere in the league of this game graphically. But overall experience, I think I'm gonna have to edge out Rise of the Tomb Raider. And I wouldn't have said that when I first started playing, but I think the allure and the graphical presentation of Uncharted 4 at first is just daunting. It's overwhelming that I literally got lost in how beautiful the game was. But when I take in the whole experience, gameplay, storyline, controls, the whole nine, I'm gonna have to go back. And I feel like I enjoyed Rise of the Tomb Raider a lot more because I wasn't in no rush to finish it. Now when I stopped playing it, I wasn't in no rush to pick it back up, and that's what kind of made me feel like, why wasn't I in a rush to pick this back up? And I couldn't figure out why, and I was like, well, maybe I'm not as enamored with the game as I think I am. I think the graphics is doing it for me, not necessarily what I'm actually doing in the game. And when I thought about Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, I couldn't put that game down from front to end. So with that being said, based off this game, I went out and I picked up Last of Us Remastered for the PlayStation 4. I caught it on sale. I remember I told my boy Shaw, I was like, man, when it come on sale, and I told King Cooper this as well. When it go on sale, I'm gonna pick it up. So yeah, I found it for $19.95. So I picked it up, and dude, I am very much enjoying this game. I didn't think I enjoyed this much. Is it clickers? Is that what they call it, the clickers?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Them things.
Dude, like, you know, this something I was telling Shaw the last time we was talking. Was it a few days ago? Shaw, me and you was talking.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, man, I never played a game where my mom actually sat down and watched it and actually got into it. I happened to have it on when they came in. My mom and my aunt come visit a lot because I got twins, and K-Bum know what I'm talking about. But
13 kids.
But anyway, they came in visiting, and I happened to be playing it, and I was about to jump on a multiplayer, but I kept playing through the single player, and they got so into the game, man, that they was like, continue to go ahead and keep playing. You know, we want to see what else coming. And one of the tickers came out. My mom was really over exaggerated with her. Everything she do was always overboard, and she jumping in the seat and jumping up and hiding her face. And I'm like, Mama, would you please calm down? They don't take all that. But it's amazing. But it's amazing how well crafted the storyline and the gameplay and the interaction and, you know, the brutality, the violence, the serious nature of The Last of Us is really immersive. I don't know how we never really talked about this game on Live and Level Gamers podcast, so I know John Shaw played it and I know K-Bum has played it. I don't know if D2K has or not. But let me get y'all take on that game, man. I know it's a PlayStation 3 game that was remastered for the PlayStation 4, but just in how y'all enjoyed the game, I throw it at Shaw first, and then K-Bum. Man, how you enjoy Last of Us, man? Was it, because I know it won Game of the Year when it came out, and it's been the best game on the PlayStation 4 since, you know, until Uncharted 4 came out. So, what did you think about that game, man? Because I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was a dope game. It's just it was a little bit long, but it had some like stuff that kind of, you know, repetitive stuff in it.
Okay.
But after you get over that, it's like it was a pretty dope game, man. Good story. You know what I'm saying? Room for a sequel.
Okay.
And, multiplayer was cool. I just had the same stuff I have with my same gripes I have with Uncharted multiplayer, same gripes I got with that multiplayer. That damn melee is stronger than the bullets and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I like how you can craft weapons. Like, man, I don't want to. Well, it's an old game, so if you ain't played it by now, so be it. But spoiler alert, it's the part where you go on you just old girl that you with, not the little girl, but the older woman that you were with. You just got she just got killed by the soldiers, right? And
that's pretty intense.
Yeah, that was a real intense part. Well, it's the part where you're going to find the dude that she, you know, wanted you to find, and man, I came up on you running from all these clickers and, you know, half zombie like humans, and I had crafted this pipe and then put two knives or shanks on the end of it, and I ran out of bullets. I'm fighting all these half, because you can fight the half zombie like dudes. Or humans off. You can fight, literally punch and, you know, melee with them, like knuckle up with them, but you can't knuckle up with a clicker. And I was down to, like, I ain't have time to, cause it kind of reminds me of what's that game on the Wii U? It came out, Zombie U, where even though you're looking through your bag, you're still in live play. So the game doesn't suspend everything while you checking through your bag for this gun or that gun. If you in your bag and if a clicker come up on you, you go get ate up. No matter, it's kind of realistic like that. So even when you're trying to heal yourself, you're never out of harm's way. So I have time to heal myself, because to heal yourself you got to literally wrap your arm or whatever up. So I had like a little smidgen of life left, and I fought off the last like zombie-like person, but a clicker was right behind them. And man, I just so happened to still have a little have that upgraded pipe, and I cracked him across his head with that shanked pipe, and one hit knocked him, man, and that was the last one I got through. But man, that was a scene. My mom was jumping up and losing her cool on, and you know the rest after that. But I'm really enjoying it. But go ahead, K-Bum. What you think about the game, man?
Well, I thought the game was very well written. I thought the gameplay aspects of the game was really good. I don't know why I could never finish it. I played it on the PS3. And I got to a certain point, and I couldn't finish the rest of the game. It was after the big reveal of the little girl, and so after that, I mean, I don't think I played it too much after. And then I bought it for the PS4, and I did the same thing. I played it, and I got so far, and I couldn't finish it. And I don't know if it was, you know, because some of those fights are kind of intense. You know, it does get pretty intense with some of those fights, and you're trying to get away from trying not to alert the clickers and stuff like that, and you only got so much ammo, and I don't know. I think maybe it was dying too much. I was dying too much, and I got some games when you die too much, you get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
gotta keep playing the same level over and over again. You get kind of tired of trying to do it. I probably got to that point each time because I just put it down and didn't pick it back up. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, the story's well, the acting's great, the voice acting, the graphics on the PS4 is downright good for just a remastered game, and the gameplay is really good. That's why I don't understand why I couldn't finish it. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me get D2K Optimus Prime himself. Like, have you played this game, D2K? Hello?
No, I haven't played this game.
Oh, you haven't played it? Okay. Hey, well, you wouldn't have an opinion. You hadn't played it. Well, I mean, maybe K-Bum, maybe the reason you put it down was, and I'm kind of, I can see this as a possibility because I think the same thing happened with Uncharted 4. It's very repetitive. Like, and my wife was watching me play it, and she literally thought it was Uncharted 4 because, the main protagonist looked just like Nathan Drake. I don't forgot what the dude's name is, but he looked like an older Drake. An older, rougher, been through hard times, maybe, Drake, Nathan Drake. So she's like, what stage is this? Because she had been watching me play Uncharted 4, and I was like, well, I beat that. Now, this is another game. So I snuck that in there because she didn't know I had bought it. So anyway, so I can see, because that's what I think happened with Uncharted 4. Once I finally put it down, and when I picked it back up, I was like, I got into it, don't get me wrong, but I think the repetitiveness of each stage, it looks good, but you're literally doing the exact same thing from front to end as far as gameplay. There is nothing new thrown at you at any given point in the game. And in Last of Us, you will die a lot because there's just going to be situations where, you only got one chance with a clicker and you dead. If you don't shoot it, or if you ain't got no melee pipe or something to hit it, you dead. So
right.
So I died a whole lot, and I can see that possibly being the case where maybe that constant repetitiveness and then dying so much probably would take you out the game. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely worth all the the accolades that it was getting, but maybe the gameplay could use a little bit more, I guess, change up, flipping up, a little bit. But hey, it is the case of modern games. So anyway, let's get into this, man. So as all of you guys know, this whole new social phenomenon that took place has pretty much taken over every human being in the world, it seems like. This Pokemon Go, it has been the talk for the last week. That's all I've been hearing. That's all I've been seeing. I didn't even know anything about this this mobile app, I guess game app or whatever it is, until KBum20 happened to upload on Twitter, like, Nintendo and placed Pokemon Go, literally their stocks went up like 20% and they made over $7 billion in like 4 days. And I was like, man, what the heck? What is it? I didn't even know anything about it. So after that, I started seeing it everywhere. I literally was leaving work and had to wait for a dude to cross the street. He had his phone up, his cell phone up, and then I'm looking at him like, why is he in his phone like that? So when I pulled up to the light, it was still red, so I looked over to look at and see what he was doing on his phone, if he was taking a picture of the water fountain that's in front of the college I work for, or what he was doing. I look on his phone, it's Pokemon Go. I'm like, this dude almost had a wreck, got hit trying to play Pokemon Go. Then I go to work the next day, I get stopped. I'm stopped in the hall, and I see 2 professors and a student, and they on their phones talking to each other. I walk up, and it's Pokemon Go. And I'm talking about, this is like 60-year-old woman with some students. I'm like, y'all really into this? I said, y'all into the Pokemon Go? It's like, yes, man, this is the greatest thing ever. So I'm like, all right. So I walk around like a little bit earlier that day. I happened to be setting up for an event, and one of the young lady was like talking to another young lady, like, "Have you played that Pokemon Go yet?" And she's like, "No, I've heard so much about it." She's like, "Yeah, you need to download it so we can go search out these Pokemons together." I'm like, I'm talking about women, men, and these was not kids going crazy over this Pokemon Go. So I watched another video and I seen a whole tribe of people, like the children of Israel exited us out of Egypt, walking around playing Pokemon Go. I'm like, has this game been laced with some Houdini type stuff to get people to play it? So let's talk about it. Like, what do y'all think about this phenomenon, like the success and reception of Pokemon Go? Since D2K didn't talk that much through the last portion, let's throw it at him, man. What you been thinking about this Pokemon Go, man?
I don't know if you are a huge Star Trek fan, if you were a fan of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
No, I didn't get into that much.
Well, there was an episode on there. I think the episode was called "The Game," and basically, Commander Riker was dating some strange alien woman, and she gave him this game that was like it was like something that flipped over your ears, and it had these two little things that would go over your eyes, and when you turned it on, it would create like an augmented reality game in front of you with these discs that would go into these funnels that would come up out of a game board, and every time you would catch one of those discs, it would send a pleasurable sensation to you.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what wound up happening is that everybody on the entire Enterprise wound up getting addicted to this game, except for Wesley Crusher and his girl that he had just started messing around with. And it was basically a ploy by some alien race trying to take over the Enterprise. But the thing is like, that's how Pokemon Go feels to me. It seems like if anybody even touches this game, they're automatically hooked. And there's just so many people that are out there playing this game. I even I went to WrestlingEdge.com and I was looking at it and had a picture. I saw a tweet by Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up.
And the tweet was, "I don't care who you are, get out of my weight room."
Right.
It's a picture of Ghastly in his weight room. So I'm like, even Vince McMahon is playing Pokemon Go. And then I saw something somewhere about Donald Trump was trying to troll Hillary Clinton with Pokemon Go. He like put her picture. She's like a Pokemon, and he's trying to catch her or something like that. It was,
right.
But everybody's doing this now, and this is. It's not like this is something that we all are completely taken aback by, because I don't think there's anybody who's listening to my voice right now who hadn't said or thought at some point that if Nintendo put a Pokemon game on mobile, that it would be huge. I don't think we thought it would be this huge this fast, but
right.
We all knew that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the question now is, where do you go from here if you're Nintendo? Now you got everybody's attention. Everybody's watching. Nintendo has gone from being a scourge in the video game community to being everybody's darling, literally overnight.
Right.
So now,
go ahead. Finish what you're saying. Go ahead.
So now, you have to ask the question: is this a good opportunity to say at least something about the NX while everybody's paying attention?
Right. I was going to say, and I think Dr. Trey made the same sentiment that you just ended with, but I was listening to the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne and all them over there, and Charlemagne was talking about Pokemon Go, man. It was like, dude, it's literally everywhere. But yeah, I'm wondering, is it time? Is this Nintendo's opportunity to seize? Because I'm pretty sure they wasn't expecting it to do. I'm pretty sure they thought it was going to be successful, but I don't think they thought it was going to be this successful. Like you said, Nintendo went from being the forgotten third option to the talk, not of gaming. It's literally like the last thing I checked, and I throw this at K-Bum 20. Supposedly it surpassed Twitter. As far as active users, it has surpassed what's the other thing? It's gonna set a record as the fastest and most popular game ever in mobile apps and social media. Like
Yep.
it's literally out. It has more users than Twitter and something else that's real big and popular. Snapchat and all them things. People are on Pokemon Go more than any social media type thing, man. And it's like it has passed Candy Crush and all that.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I don't know how appropriate this comment is, but I actually saw that in far of like Google look up or you know
Oh, even
data
porn.
wise,
Yeah.
it passed up porn. When I'm like, these dudes,
Well,
like,
for
forget
some
that. I'd
people,
rather
I
play
mean,
Pokemon.
Some people, this is their porn. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. And this has caused their stock portfolio, their market cap has gone to over $30 billion in just a week in 10 days.
Man. Well, go ahead and finish what you were saying, K-Ball. Go ahead.
No, well, that's what I was saying. I know you was tossing it over to me to talk about it. Were you tossing it over to me to talk about the Pokemon Go thing?
Yeah, I was tossing it to you. That's why.
Okay, cool. So I talked to a buddy of mine, the same buddy, level head that lets you come by and check your stuff out.
Okay.
But I talked to him and he gave me a little insight. The insight was this is licensed. Nintendo doesn't have really nothing to do with it except for the license. That's why people don't understand why the stock just rose what it was, because this is Nintendo licenses out to this company and they're making it, but there was a game that the company, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, I'm gonna try it, but the developer Niantic.
I heard about it. Yeah, similar.
Very similar game called Ingress.
Yeah,
and it uses the augmented reality, the location base, and some of the same places that are these Pokemon shops or these gyms inside of the Pokemon Go were first used in their Ingress game. So the buddy of mine we were talking about, he was schooling me on some stuff, and he was saying like the game that they're using, Pokemon Go, is pretty much just a reskinned version of the game that they have already made, which is crazy, and they're making all this money and all this momentum just off of this game. But for me, for just looking at Pokemon Go, I mean, I personally don't understand the phenomenon.
I don't think none of us do.
I mean, I was big playing Pokemon, back when it was on the 64. That was the reason why I got an emulator just so I could play it. Because I thought that first Pokemon game in 64 was dope. I played the emulators on the GameCube, my bad. The Game Boy, my bad. I got the emulator so I can play on the Game Boy. So I was in the Pokemon. I did all that. But to the level that it's at right now, it's ridiculous. Like, but anyway, just to put it in perspective, what he was trying to tell me was that the things that this game is allowing you doing, which is the catching the Pokemon, but that is not really a Pokemon experience, because you don't have the turn-based gameplay that you do in traditional Pokemon game. And you don't have a lot of things that you came to know, even in the way you play the game, that either the trading system isn't even there. He was telling me, well, that's because this game is pretty much the same game that they made a long time ago. And he's, from his point of view, he said he really doubts that they're actually going to put that stuff in the game, which is...
Well, I know the Pokemon trade and the Pokemon is coming, and I know...
they said it.
They're going to do it. And I mean, dude, with a game hitting and successful like this, shoot, if you know anything about Nintendo, you best believe they finna try to keep this gravy train rolling, man. They're gonna keep adding features to this game to keep people playing it. So the trading of Pokemon is definitely gonna come, and maybe even the training of the Pokemon will probably be another addition to the game. So, but right now, like you said, yeah, it's not really a Pokemon. And I'm not a fan. I've never been a big fan of the Pokemon series at all. But not my type of gameplay. But a little bit I understand. No, it's not really a Pokemon experience other than finding Pokemons in these different places. Like, dude, they even said a dead body was found.
Two.
Playing
They found,
Pokemon.
they found another one.
They found another one?
Yeah, I just on Twitter they found another dead body.
Wow. But let's let John Shaw jump in here, man, because I'm pretty sure he got some stuff he want to say. What you think about this social craze and social phenomenon called Pokemon Go, man?
It's retarded. I mean, me personally, I never cared about Pokemon, so I didn't download it, and I'm not going to play it. Won't be playing it. For those that's playing it, I mean, that's good for you. Good you're having fun. But I think it's a lot of fucking idiots out here, and it's showing how stupid people are.
Well, I mean,
it's like, come on, you out here, you getting in wrecks, and you just being stupid. Act like you never been outside before.
For some of these people, they haven't.
Right. Well, I don't think that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, it's like everywhere you turn on the radio, is all the people talking about wrecks, and they causing wrecks. They jumping in the middle of the street. They getting locked in graveyards and stuff like that. It's like what the fuck are y'all doing?
You know, I guess it's not airing him out because he talked about it on his own page, so he did it himself. But I was watching the video by Black Bond, and he was talking about how his girlfriend almost got kidnapped playing Pokemon Go. But what she did is that she decided because she was bored to go outside late at night. I think he said 12 o'clock midnight, looking for Pokemon. So I'm like, well, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah, it's like you going out in neighborhoods you ain't supposed to be in, and it's retardedness.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the dude the first person I saw playing it at the K-Bunner uploaded that and shared that on Twitter with us. I was sitting there, I was like, Pokemon, I ain't heard nothing about this. So I'm driving home, when I get to the stoplight, I had to stop because dude walking across the street with his phone up in the air, like literally lost in his phone. I'm like, what is he trying to take a picture of the fountain over here? What is he doing? And I said, he better not be playing Pokemon Go. Looked at his phone, and he was playing Pokemon Go, and I was like, oh my God, dude, this is crazy. I downloaded it, but I haven't played it, and I probably won't play it, but I want to, add to the craze. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Huh?
I'm kind of scared to play it. I think it might have some voodoo effect.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder what it is, man. Like, dude, to me, okay, and I go back to y'all. I'm with you on that, D2K. What is the hoodoo they put on this thing that literally people are in trances as they walking up? Dude, I literally saw people not even knowing where they were going, watching them play the game, and I knew that they were playing Pokemon Go. It's crazy, like I said, there's been some people who got robbed playing Pokemon Go.
They were robbing people. I mean, they had a little factory because they place must have been like a Pokemon stop, a Pokemon gym, and they were straight jacking folks.
So yeah, man, let me say this, man. Be careful while you playing Pokemon Go. And I heard somebody say this, and I think it is very appropriate. If you black, you better be careful. A black male, you better be careful where you playing Pokemon Go, because it does look crazy and very alarming when you see a person walking with their phone up, looking around.
If you're in the wrong neighborhood, you gonna get people looking out their window, calling cops on you, because you ain't supposed to be somewhere you ain't supposed to be.
People getting in trouble at their job, not working from looking for Pokemon Go. My uncle put up I think it was my uncle put up something about people at his job supposed to be working, they playing Pokemon Go. My job, because I work on a campus, actually is a very big popular spot for Pokemon up there. So now the game basically works on the GPS, right?
Yeah, it's a GPS geolocation.
Okay.
It works on Google Maps.
Yeah, so basically it's finding locations of popularity. Like supposedly they teaming up with McDonald's, so this is going to get even worse. Teaming up with McDonald's, and that's supposed to be why it's have been delayed in Japan, so that this whole team collaboration can be inked out. So when they reveal it in Japan or release it in Japan, it can already be ready to go, because McDonald's got the Wi-Fi and all that.
Man,
so you got all the hot spots.
McDonald's just want people talking about McDonald's again.
Right.
Go to McDonald's.
Right. It says it's boosting actual businesses from people
Fast
coming
food
in.
places coming
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
So that's crazy, man. So D2K brought up something I think we need to dive into even more. Like with this unexpected rise in attention and how Nintendo pretty much struck gold again, and then Nintendo got a knack for striking gold with odd things. Amiibo, the Wii, now Pokemon Go. What does Nintendo need to do now that pretty much the world has, if you be real, has re-embraced them on a way that we ain't seen in a long time?
Well, the first thing they need to do is go to the bank because cash that check.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
They at now by what? They at what, 20 billion now?
I mean, I don't even know.
Well, their market cap is 30 billion, but that's not how much cash they have. That's just how much their market value is. I mean, I think the last time I checked, they had like about $5 or $6 billion cash in the bank.
From this game?
No, period. Not have nothing to do with this game.
Oh,
No,
well, they had
no,
in the bank they had like 11 from what I understood.
Yeah, that went down.
Did? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean it fluctuates, depending on what's happening. But because of this, it's definitely going to go back up. But Nintendo's not the only company that's making money off of this. I mean, there's a huge conglomeration of companies that are responsible for this game, like what K-Bon was talking about.
Yeah.
And also like for instance, Pokemon Go on Apple devices. Apple's making money off of that. So I mean, all these different whatever you're playing Pokemon Go as an app, whoever's allowing you to play an app on their device, they're getting a cut of this too. So
Android too, man.
Android. So everybody's winning on this.
Right.
Well, I just saw an ad by T-Mobile saying that they're going to give free Pokemon data for a year. So if you're using Pokemon Go on their network, they'll let you do it without using any data. I just saw that ad on Twitter.
Man, this is crazy.
Like for real ads. It's not some plan. It's for real. T-Mobile said you can play Pokemon Go for free if you come to T-Mobile. Legit.
Wow. Let me Shaw, what's your thoughts, man?
It's retarded.
Huh? No, we know that. We understand. I'm talking about what does Nintendo need to do to capitalize on this newfound hype?
They need to do. They need to say something, but they're not. You already know they're not going to do it. So
okay,
they're not going to say that no time soon. Pokemon Go will nobody be talking about it next month. It'll be everybody be moved on to the next thing. And then it'll be forgotten. And then by the time they get ready to say anything about the NX, nobody's gonna care about Nintendo no more.
Well, let me ask this question then. And I don't want to dress this on too much longer because it really is a big topic. But I heard a few conversations about the fact that now that Nintendo has found success with releasing their IPs on, I guess, third party, even though it is mobile platforms, and this success has been like nothing we have ever seen. Is this a testament to, or is this more proof that Nintendo needs to embrace or think about going? And this is blasphemy to any true Nintendo fan.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. No.
We got to.
Man, you better say that.
We got to do it. I don't believe it.
Man, you better say that.
D2K, we got to do it. I don't believe they should, but I got to put it out here.
No.
Should they go third party? Now that they've seen what the success is.
No.
I've heard this a whole bunch of places.
No.
All right, go ahead, dude. Why not? I need to give me some reasons why you think this would be foolish to entertain at this point.
First off, if you like Nintendo games that much, then why don't you buy the Nintendo console? So, like, what would be the point in going third party? It makes no sense. Like, if you like the games that much, then buy the console.
Right. I'm just saying with I'm just being devil's advocate. This ain't nothing I buy into or agree
Look.
with.
The people who always scream that Nintendo just needs to give it up and go third party, them people aren't going to buy Nintendo games even if they do go third party. So they can sit down somewhere.
Right.
And
Seriously.
also you got to put in the consideration. This game is free.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. You took it, but go ahead.
It's free. It's like everybody. If it's something that's cool and fun and it's free, everybody's gonna download it. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend, her son, they out there playing Pokemon Go. They playing it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't got her mama to play it. It's free. So the people like, why not try it?
Right.
It's free. It's already on the device that you already have. So it's free. Of course not. Of course, why not? You know what I'm saying? But like you said, it's not the true Pokemon experience. It's just something that has Pokemon on it. I mean, it's just something that has a Nintendo franchise on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But it's like, if you really like Nintendo games that much, you would buy the console, and you would play the console, and you would play it on that console.
Now this game doesn't supposed to come on console, right? It's supposed to stay strictly mobile.
Hey, it's
from what I
strictly
understand.
mobile, but
You know what would be good is that if you can take the Pokemon that you've caught on Pokemon Go and transfer them to other Pokemon games on other Nintendo consoles, whether it be 3DS or the NX or whatever, just don't let those Pokemon just stay locked into Pokemon Go. Create some kind of system where you can say, I caught these Pokemon here on Go, and I can send them over to Pokemon Stadium 3 on the NX. Something like that. That would be hot.
Dope. Yeah, you're right. Go ahead, K-Bomb. You was going to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say something because my opinion, definitely as a person who has not owned a Nintendo system, and I'm probably some of those guys that you're talking about. I, when Nintendo came over and had games on my PlayStation, I would buy Nintendo games on my PlayStation. My thing is, and the reason why I don't, and I've said before, why I don't buy a Nintendo system, because I'm not going to spend $300, $400, $500 on a system that I'm only buying 2-3 games for. I refuse to do that. I need more bang for my buck if I'm going to do that. But if it's already on the system that I want to play, why wouldn't I buy a Nintendo game? Like I said, I would buy Mario Kart or Smash Brothers in a minute if it came onto my system. So I think it's a little different for me when I say that. And when I look at third party, Nintendo going third party, I look at how their consoles were actually made and look at their consoles. To be completely honest, I don't believe Nintendo has really had a rock solid console in decades. And I would be completely honest with you. I don't believe what they have on their consoles has been rock solid in decades. They haven't led in anything except for some of the innovations they've done with the Wii and some of the innovations they've done with the gamepad. But outside of that, I don't believe they've put together a really good console. But that's, like I said, that's my point of view from the way I see it. And I mean, I don't see. I think they would still make money going third party, but things would be a lot different for them if they did do that. So I kind of see things a little bit different from their point of view.
Well, I definitely don't think they should go third party, but just to play for the fun of it, to play devil's advocate, I can see where K-Bum and people who are in that boat are coming from, where, because that's how I am with Microsoft and Sony. Like, that's why I wait to buy those systems. And this is something me and Shaw go back and forth over all the time, because he thinks it's foolish to buy any system at lunch. And that's the conversation me and him had. He almost persuaded me to lean to his, because he presented a good point. But that's for me and him to know about. That ain't for y'all. That was our conversation. But
You bring it up for then.
That's how leveled head does it. But no, that's how I am. That's how I am with the Microsoft and PlayStation systems. Even though I do buy them, I find myself like wondering, should I even buy it if I'm just really buying it for two? That's $399 or $400 for maybe 3-4 games. Is that really worth it? Whereas with my Nintendo system, I'm probably gonna buy majority of the first party releases. I don't I don't treat Microsoft or Sony systems like that. I buy some of their first-party releases and maybe a few of the third-party releases. So I can understand that mindset where buying a Nintendo platform isn't lucrative, but you do want to play some of the games because they do make great games. But as a Nintendo fan and just looking outside of all those, all those vantage points, I don't think Nintendo it would be lucrative for them to go strictly third party.
See,
That's just me.
I disagree with that because I'm looking at let's go back to the 5th gen. You had the Sony PlayStation, which launched for $299 in the United States.
Uh,
The N64 launched at $199, and it was more powerful, far more powerful.
right.
And a lot of people, when you talk about people's top 10 list of best games of all time, at least maybe 3 or 4 of those games are on the N64.
Right.
Now, we all know that Nintendo screwed up by using cartridges instead of discs and drove all the third-party support away. And the cartridges had a very limited capacity, so you couldn't do much with them. Couldn't have full motion video. Sound quality wasn't as good as discs, and so on and so forth. But that was a rock-solid system.
Yeah.
I mean, that system had more innovation in it than any system that's ever been released. You had memory expansion. You had online for the disk drive version in Japan. You had the analog sticks. You had the triggers, or you had the Z trigger. I mean, it was so many things that we take for granted now. 4 controller ports built into the console, which started the whole 4-player multiplayer trend that we all take advantage of today. There's so much stuff that we take for granted that was on the N64. I think that as far as third-party support, their last great system was the Super NES. But as far as the best rock-solid system, I'm going to say the N64. Now, the GameCube was a powerful console, but again, it was lacking, the small discs, no online. The controller was okay for some people, but other people it was too small. It was just a lot of stuff that just kept the GameCube from being successful. It's kind of sad because they had a lot of potential. But I'm gonna throw this to K-Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of feel like that if Nintendo went third party, like they were in the second generation, they would lose a lot of their creativity because they would be kind of like because a lot of companies have caught up with Nintendo in terms of creativity. We give Nintendo a pass because a lot of the things Nintendo did back in the past and some of the innovative things they've done, we have so many fond memories. But there are some companies out there that do some pretty creative stuff. And I think that if you put Nintendo out in a pool without the rest of them, they can easily get lost in that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't disagree with that. I actually think that's a very, very good point, and I think the way Nintendo makes their systems allows them to stay unique. I think that's one of the biggest things is that uniqueness comes from the system and how they use the system. I will 100% agree with that, and I also agree to your point of saying that the last good Nintendo system was an N64. I guess that's the point I was saying when I said decades. But to the point of the actual third party and they're making money, I don't think they're gonna really make money with third party. I don't know how that works, but I do want to say as far as their console making, outside of the Wii, when have they truly really made money when using consoles? I know they don't lose as much as they don't lose like Sony because they're a video game making company, so they're not losing money as much as like Sony is because there's other things back.
As strange as it might seem, Nintendo actually always makes a profit.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I would say a profit. I'm just saying how much are they actually? Is it a business profit? Because they can make profit with
well, I mean, when I say profit, I mean net profit, meaning money that you can stick in your pocket, not money that not being in the black necessarily just that, but this is money that we could take in the bank. It's ours. It's not tied into our overhead or anything like that. It's not operating profits; it's a net profit.
I think it's the template that Sony and both Microsoft are starting to entertain with even their. I think that's what's going on with this generation systems was the fact that, unlike Nintendo, Sony and Microsoft always sold their hardware at a loss and tried to recoup it on the software. But now that third party has taken center stage of their platforms, now they're competing. They're having to pay for special content to separate themselves from the competition, and on top of that, they're competing for same space with their own first party IPs. Both Sony and Microsoft was always coming out in the negative, and this was some what's his name? He's come on the show. Triforce Johnson used to say, they always had, the big company behind them to supply, money where, this particular, the PlayStation division and the Xbox division might lose money, but the mother company was making enough money to where it can undergird those particular sectors in the company, whereas Sony not so much anymore. And you said last podcast that you think the PlayStation is trying to venture off into being its own identity, separate from everything else. But with Microsoft, Xbox can always lean on Microsoft, the company, when Xbox, the console and that part ain't doing well. Well, Nintendo has never really had that luxury. So their template has always been release an adequate system that's not too expensive, but it is built well enough to compete with what is out. That didn't change until I would say the Wii and the Wii U was the change. So like you said, for the last decades, the hardware aspects has been underwhelming for its power and competitiveness. But they tried to make up with innovations where they lost out with the Wii U. But N64, GameCube, Super NES, NES, those were state of the art for their time. And this is something I raised on Gamer Tag Radio, which they didn't get it. They didn't understand. They got it. They just didn't want to deal with it. That was state of the art. Like the GameCube was rivaling the Xbox OG and was more powerful than the PlayStation 2. The N64 was way more powerful than the PlayStation 1 and was the standard of its day. And the same for the Super NES and the same for the NES. So, well, maybe not with the Sega Master System. Might have been a little bit more powerful than the NES, but
nope.
It wasn't.
Nope.
Okay, well, I thought it was.
The most powerful console in that generation was Atari 7800.
Okay, and then maybe second that by Master System.
No, the second was the NES, then the Master System.
Oh, okay, I thought the NES just had more market share, but the system itself was like a 16-bit system. That's what I thought. But anyway, yeah. So I think Nintendo tried something new with this whole Blue Ocean strategy. With this going off of what we was talking about with Pokemon Go. But they have always made good hardware until the last two generations, and that's when it was still good hardware. It just wasn't competitive hardware when it comes to graphics and all the shiny stuff that we came accustomed to. But I don't think they should go third party at all, especially with one IP is able to do this much for them. Why do you even need to entertain going third party?
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make at the beginning. I guess I didn't do a good enough job of it. But I mean, it doesn't take much for Nintendo to turn things around. All I have to do is just stop being stupid and stop being stubborn. That's all they have to do. They don't have to do a lot of work. They don't have to work hard. It's very simple. All they have to do is listen to the fans. That's all they have to do. That's all. They don't have to create something that's new and innovative and wacky and out there and take a huge risk. They don't have to do it. If Nintendo came out with a regular, plain Jane, powerful console with no frills whatsoever and had third-party support and had common architecture and had the regular first-party games we expect to see, Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Pokemon, Star Fox, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, etc., they would do just fine.
All right. So I think Nintendo trying to save $1 leaned towards innovation because they saw what the Wii did, and they thought they can get away with innovation over.
Well, see, that's the beauty of these new graphics cards now.
Right.
Because with these new Polaris graphics cards, now you can have a powerful console and still do something innovative. And it seems like I've been trying to find out, just do my research on about what's most likely to be in the NX in terms of the GPU, and it seems like it's most likely going to be an RX 460 or an RX 470, one of those two cards. But the RX 470 is just like maybe like a hair less powerful than the RX 480, which is most likely going to be in PlayStation Neo and Xbox Project Scorpio. So it will be more or less like the 6th gen again, with the GameCube being slightly less powerful than the Xbox, but still being able to compete and having games, depending on the talent of the developers, to have games that actually outperform games on other consoles.
Right. Yeah, we in a whole new place, man. So it's the sky's the limit right now, and I think Nintendo's unwillingness to acquiesce to the whole power race now with AMD might have paid off. It might have paid to be the more wiser move, because you look at Sony and the position they in, and they just happen to be blessed to have the PlayStation 4 be as successful as this has been. That could have been a wrap for Sony. So
well, they took a huge risk by basically going off the shelf in terms of parts for the PlayStation 4, but it paid off for them because they made a profit from day one. They just bulldoze this entire generation, and now they're following up with the PlayStation Neo, which again probably is going to sell at a profit depending on what type of CPU is in there. Now they say it's going to be the same CPU. We don't know for certain, but it doesn't seem like there's any reason for them to sell at a loss either.
Right. So let me do this, man, and we'll move on from this Pokemon Go topic. Now John Shaw been quiet, so I throw this at him. Do you feel that it is necessary for Sony and Microsoft to respond to this craze of Pokemon Go, or should they just ride the wave of it and see where it lands, or should they try to respond to it? Do you think it's big enough to warrant some type of answer, or just let it just what it is and don't worry about it?
It is what it is. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. K-Bum 20.
There'll be a fool to have a knee-jerk reaction to this. I think they cool where they are with this, and they should just keep on doing what they need to do to make their stuff successful.
Okay. D2K?
I agree. I mean, I don't think they need to do anything. I mean, this is, they don't need to respond because, they already do mobile things here and there. They're not putting IPs on mobiles, but they have their hand in it in some form or fashion. And, Nintendo, they're a games company. So this is their first venture out to doing something different. So, it may seem like, they need to do something to respond to this, but they really don't, because Microsoft and Sony have got a lot of irons in the fire, and this is just Nintendo trying to, get on the same playing field with them, because Nintendo's planning on making movies. They want to make there's rumors, air quotes, rumors of them wanting to make software. We know where they're going to be doing amusement parks and rides and stuff like that. So, this is just Nintendo finally seeing that, what we've been saying all along is that stop being so reclusive and inward looking and be more open, and the sky is the limit for you.
Okay. And I'm gonna throw this one question out. This ain't got nothing to do with Pokemon Go, but it's still a Nintendo question. We can try to tackle this real quick, and then we move on to a topic K-Bum brought up. Have y'all seen the whole new Nintendo NES Classic remodel release with the 30 games already on it? Have y'all seen that?
Yep.
I've seen it.
Yeah. All right. Got two questions. First of all, did nostalgia hit you? Let me throw that at John Shaw. Did nostalgia hit you? Did it like, man, I think I might get that?
No, I was gonna get it for the simple fact that I can get that, and then I can clean my other one out and wrap it up and put it up.
Okay. Oh, I didn't think about that. So you still play your NES?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that'll keep the original lifespan longer. You can
Yeah, I can
take it
put
off
that
the
up,
market.
put the
Okay.
games up, and wrap them up and vacuum seal them.
All right. All right. K-Ball 20, did the nostalgia hit you, man? Double Dragon Revenge on that mug. Ninja Gaiden on there, man. Punch Out. I was on there, man. Did it get you?
Nope.
Oh, listen to it.
No, I'll explain. Let me explain why. It didn't hit me because the first thing I thought was, well, I have an emulator already. Why do I need that?
Oh, okay. That's right. I didn't
That's the
think
first
about
thing that
that.
hit me. I have an emulator that do the same thing. So
Okay. All right. D2K.
Same. I mean,
Emulator.
I already have an emulator that has all the games that ever existed for ENES, and what I'm hearing is that the 30 games that are in there, that's all you're gonna get. You can't put more games on there. Nintendo's not gonna release more games, so
yep.
I don't know if it's a completely closed system there where it can't be hacked. And
everything can be hacked.
So I'm pretty sure somebody's going to reverse engineer it and fix it so you can put as many games on it as you want. And for those people, it might be a cool thing because it's like you're literally playing an NES. This thing is about the size of the palm of your hand,
Right.
or a big hand, but it's a cool thing. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I mean, it's cool. For people who don't have access to emulators and stuff like that, it's an awesome thing, and it's something that your kids can play with and say, "This is what Daddy used to play with when he was your age."
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna introduce to my daughter because my son pretty much he I don't think he can go back to that type of game playing, but I'm gonna get it for my girl. But let me ask this: what does this say about? And I think y'all, if y'all like me, I look through stuff and see the red tape or the message that's not being said. What do y'all see as a strategy with Nintendo with this retro move? Like, is it saying something to you in the ideas of the company and where they are and where they're trying to go as a company? Now, I see a shift, so I want to see if y'all see the same thing I think I'm seeing.
I see them
Go.
capitalizing on everything that they said there was the last few investor meetings ago that they said they was gonna do. They said they were gonna expand the IPs and branch out to let other people make some of their games. They said they were gonna explore other avenues to make money, and that's just what it is. They just capitalizing on anything they can to make a profit.
Okay, all right. All right, that's not what I'm saying, but I see that too, though. I agree. K-Bomb 20.
I mean, I don't know if I see a shift from them. I do like what they're doing with that, but I don't know. It didn't really take me as a big hit when I saw it because the other stuff that I've done already. But I don't know. I would say no. I don't see a shift, but I don't watch Nintendo as closely as others, so my opinion is probably very little.
Okay, that's fair. I understand. All right, D2K.
I don't like to read too much into things, but there could be some foreshadowing of Nintendo possibly kind of resetting everything back to
That's
the
what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
to the NES era. Possibly even the NX might be called the NES or some variation of that. I think that this is their way of, and I've heard rumors that the amount of focus and amount of manpower and resources that are being put into the development of the NX are the highest that they've been since the original Famicom, which is the NES.
Right.
So it almost seems like that maybe this is Nintendo's way of saying they're relaunching Nintendo as a brand.
Yeah.
And we're going back to basics. And they want to basically throw this little this retro box out there to kind of rekindle that nostalgia in a lot of people and to see how many people really are still thinking about Nintendo. And this combined with the success of Pokemon Go could lead them into a very advantageous situation whenever they do release the NX. But that's just a narrative based off of the facts. It's not something that's a fact.
Right.
It's my opinion.
Right. And that's where I was going. I see this as a return to original form. Like they're restructuring their brand or returning back to the Nintendo brand and what they created with the NES. And when I saw the retro console, I was like, that's very convenient to throw out your original system and playing on the nostalgia and all that. And then I happened to be in Best Buy and some other places here lately, and I said this before, all the advertising, everything that you see is Nintendo, back to the original red logo, back to, and then there's this retro, and then so I see Nintendo in my mind is a return to form, like what we have been seeing is Nintendo playing, trying to find their way, so to speak. But I think it's Nintendo is looking to return back to their dominant self. Maybe not trying to do what Sony and Microsoft doing, but returning back to their when they were dominant, when they were at the top of their game, and that mindset I think Nintendo is trying to recapture. And everything that they're putting out says that to me. So that's what I was saying. I'm reading between the lines. I think Nintendo, like D2K, might even call it the NES. Something. It's going to be something Nintendo. It's not going to be, off-brand like, where the Wii took over the Nintendo for a while, where it was everything was Wii this, Wii that, and not Nintendo this, Nintendo that. So that's what I think, man. But anyway, that's enough about Nintendo. Let's move on. And I found this interesting, and K-Bum20 brought this up. Microsoft with Phil Spencer seems to be trying to walk back or backtrack on the Play Anywhere rhetoric. Like, supposedly every game that was coming from now on is supposed to be able to be played anywhere. And maybe John Shaw or D2K might know a little bit more, or K-Bum would be able to elaborate on that a little bit more. But it seemed like recent rhetoric and even change in, like, even stuff on the website pertaining to the stuff has changed to where it's not reading the exact same way it was before, where it was Play Anywhere. Now it's saying that any game released from this point on is a Play Anywhere game, and like little changes in that. So, John Shaw, do you feel like Microsoft, the Xbox division, and Phil Spencer are backtracking on this whole Play Anywhere?
Man, y'all have to listen. Y'all don't listen at all.
I don't know. I'm asking the question. I'm not for
saying
sure.
people don't listen. That's what they said at the conference. They said these games and the games on forward will be Play Anywhere. They didn't say the games that's coming out now we're going to be playing forward. This is the games that they talked about at the conference that hadn't came out yet, and those and beyond are going to be the ones that you play on the Xbox One and the PC.
Okay, well, like I said, you don't got to snap at me, man. I didn't.
No. What they actually said? No, what they said was they said every new title made from Microsoft Studios will be Play Anywhere, and they changed that rhetoric because they actually said every new title coming from Microsoft Studios, not just every new title on the Xbox, but the ones that come out of Microsoft Studios, and they've changed that rhetoric. And now they're saying just the ones they're saying just the ones that were shown at E3 are going to be the ones that's going to be Play Anywhere. They're not saying that all of them are going to be.
I don't know. Like, yeah, so I'm just saying. So Shaw, you saying no?
All the games, no shit. All the games they make is going to be on PC and what's the name? I mean, y'all trying to read into too much stuff.
No, I'm not reading to nothing. This is their words retracting on what they said.
You're gonna have to show me what retracting is and go show me what they said. From what I heard, they said their games from this point forward, from that point of what's coming out at E3 and that point forward, we're going to be on PC and what's the name. And of course, yes, they're talking about their games because that's what they control is their games.
Yeah, they're only talking about Microsoft Studios, but I'm referring to the fact that they've changed it from Microsoft Studios to being what was shown at E3, which saying anything that was not shown at E3 may not be, even though it comes from Microsoft Studios, may not be played anywhere.
Yeah, and that's what I was watching.
This is official statement from Microsoft from yesterday. Quote, our intent, though, is to bring Microsoft Studios franchises and games to both Xbox One and Windows 10, and our goal is to make as many Xbox titles as possible. Xbox Play Anywhere has not changed, unquote.
Right. So because I watched, I can't remember what that group. That's a pretty big YouTube channel. It's in the millions, but they was talking about how they played what Microsoft said at the actual conference, and then they read what Microsoft changed. So there was some changing. I don't know what was changed.
Yeah, surely. I don't listen to no YouTube people talking that shit because they always love how to spin shit.
No, this wasn't. But I understand
I
if
don't
you.
care if they got a million views, they still full of shit.
Well, they can say that about us too, Shaw. But
they can say that about me, but I got track records. I got track records. Right. I got proof, and I represent with 100% facts. I've been there.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with it, bro.
It's because you got a million views. You still talk out the ass side of your ass. There's a lot of people that got million views.
Wait a minute. Listen, dude. Slow down, man. You just said what I just said. They wasn't talking from opinion. They literally played what Microsoft said at the press conference. They played it, and then they showed what changed on the website.
And that wasn't you changed. Have to show me that. It's like
I can't show you.
Did you see it? Did you see it, or you saw somebody told you that?
No, I watched Phil Spencer on the video say a certain line, and they played it, and I watched Phil Spencer say it.
What was the exact line?
It was talking about everything from this point on to be played anywhere.
From Microsoft Studios, everything from
Microsoft Studios. And then what has changed in the website is every game that was announced at E3 would be played anywhere, but that's not what he said. So that was changed. So that's why people are saying, are Microsoft backtracking, or was it just a misquote? That's what the word is. Me personally, I can care less.
I don't get what y'all talking about how it's a miss. I don't get how y'all saying it's a backtrack. How are they backtracking?
I'm not saying it, Shaw. We are talking about it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what y'all saying. I don't get what the backtrack
let me clarify. Let me clarify. So what they're saying is, if when you come out and say that every game from now on coming out with Microsoft Studios will be play anywhere, you're saying every game, no matter when it was showed, where it was showed, every game from this point on coming out of Microsoft Studios will be play anywhere. What they're actually saying is from their update is saying we're specifically talking about what was shown at E3, which means there could be games coming out this year, next year that was not shown at E3 that is not held by the requirements of being play anywhere, which means there could be games come out of Microsoft Studios from the point when they actually said it that may not be held to the rhetoric of being a play anywhere game.
Right.
And what they're saying now is that they're basically saying that what they're saying now is what they've always said. That's what they're saying. That's like the quote that I read from you. They're saying that our goal is to make as many Xbox titles as possible.
Right.
And that has not changed. So they're trying to say that this is what we said in the beginning. I'm not saying that they didn't. I'm just saying that's what they're saying now. We told you this at E3, and you guys got it twisted. That's what they're saying.
Nah, what they can say can be interpreted as every game. Because it says every new title.
Because y'all read too much into stuff. Because of what D2K is saying, that's what I got out of it.
Yeah, well, first of all, let's do this. Stop saying y'all, because I don't know nothing. I just brought it up for the topic.
I'm not talking about you then.
Well, then you saying y'all. I feel like you're talking about me, Shaw. I feel like you're talking about me, man. I want you say them. Say them, not y'all. Them. I don't care.
I'm from KC. I say y'all. I don't say them.
Oh, okay. Well, we gonna say them on here, man. I'm like, so I'm not saying none of this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my thing is this. For Microsoft.
Hey, hold on. Time out. Then first off, y'all didn't even care.
Who, me?
No, the people talking this shit, they don't even care. They say, why are you bringing on PC? They said that ain't no excuse to bring no. Why you gotta get an Xbox then? That's just stupid. But why y'all care then?
It's called the land of game and entertainment, man. It's always gonna be this crazy stuff. We just talking about it. But what I was finna say was, Man, you made me forget what I was going to say. Let me think.
I'm just like that whole thing is it's pointless. It's like what was it a specific? Nobody even said a specific game. Nothing. They said it was like, is there a game that you wanted that came out? Like let's not talk to you.
Well, I think
is there a specific game that you wanted that's not going to come out and play anywhere, but you don't know because nothing's came out yet?
Right, I think what's going because this is what I was going to say. It must be a big enough ordeal that it got Phil Spencer to respond, very bluntly or directly what the issue is, So it got enough traction where it pulled them out of where they had to talk about it.
He got to because y'all if he lets y'all just interpret everything, it'll be back with E3 a couple years ago when they launched the system, and it'll be a whole bunch of misconceptions and false rhetoric.
Right, and when John Shaw say y'all understand, he's not talking about the live level podcast. He's talking about y'all who are listening. Anyway, but I don't know. I can't. I thought it was a good topic. Just talking about it because it seemed like it was another big thing last week with the wrapped around the whole Pokemon Go phenomenon. This was actually.
I didn't hear about it. All I heard is Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
I heard this.
I heard about people getting shot in Pokemon Go.
No, yeah, we talked about the shoot. We ain't gonna even go there, but I heard about this. I seen too many YouTubers. And some that I
called the wrong crowd, man.
Well, wait a minute. Now let me wait a minute. I listen to people. I listen to sites who are not just throwing out no opinions. They actually showing facts.
You listen to Gamer Tag Radio, so shut up.
I like Gamer Tag Radio. I like old Paris and Danny and back on the scene, whatever that crap is. Anyway, let's continue, man. The
show's over.
This show ain't over. You chill out. This is something else K-Bum brought up, and I think D2K, one of y'all brought it up. You said that Sony was talking about character diversity.
It was Uncharted. Uncharted devs.
So Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and set it up, man. We in here.
Naughty Dog.
well, I was reading the article about from Naughty Dog, and they were saying how, from their point of view, in which I think in their video game that they've done a pretty good job of showing diversity of characters and stuff like that, and not just putting the brown people as bad people, but I think they've done a pretty good job of showing diversity. But from their camp, they were saying that they see diversity inside of a video game as in different kind of races or even the gender, because if you actually look at some of the main villains in Uncharted, some of them were women. It wasn't just men, which shows the diversity of that, and even introducing some playable characters as women. But to get to the point, what they were saying was that to them, showing diversity in their games is just as important as graphics and gameplay, and so that's something that they stick to. Other than how we already know that Hollywood has this whitewashing that it has with a lot of the characters and a lot of these movies.
Gods of Egypt,
Noah. Ghost
Exodus,
Ghost in the Shell, how that's being played. Even though I love that girl, that's my baby mama, but the fact that it's been played. All
right.
My wife sleeps, so it's all good.
Yeah, okay.
But it's been played by a white woman, even though the character is of Asian descent, and also even the same thing with Doctor Strange.
Same thing with Airbender too.
Yeah, same thing with Airbender. And so, but they were saying that how they really want to stick with, showing more and showing the world, because this is a game that crosses over continents, and not just showing that white is good, black is bad, or brown is bad.
We're talking about Naughty Dog, right?
You're talking about that's what I was going to ask. Like, I hear what they saying, but
Well, I didn't see no
Well,
black
that's been
people in the 90s,
expressed in
so
their
I'm
game.
saying, like, other than now, and Nadine's bad.
yeah, because every
That stuff happens in the story that I don't know about.
all the bad guys you shoot, like all the no name characters that you drop in as they rush you as a horde, are all colored folks most of the time. You ever notice that? If you ever pay attention to, you shooting a lot of dark skinned pirates and
Mexicans
soldiers.
and
So
Indians
if
and
they're talking about diversity, meaning we do have people of color in the game. Like, who are the people of color? How significant are these colored people?
Well, even with that, like,
I'm sorry, that's I just thought about it.
no, but I'm just saying, no, I'm serious question because I might have forgot, and I'm serious. But other than this past Uncharted, was there been any black people in Uncharted? Like as far as main characters,
the people, the soldiers.
I know it's been brown people.
Okay, I know they got that Mexican dude in what was that? It was 3.
There was been brown people, and whatever Chloe is, I don't know what she is.
Chloe.
So basically,
Chloe was the dark hair chick.
Yeah, that's 4. That's 4. Go ahead. Oh no, that is 3.
No, she was in 2. No, she was
that's
in
2
2.
and 3. Yeah. Go ahead, D2K.
No pun intended, but the fact that Naughty Dog is saying this is basically the pot calling the kettle black.
Explain.
I'm just saying because like I didn't remember seeing none.
Because I mean, they're talking about we need more diversity, but you're not being an example for that diversity. It would be different if all your games had the diversity in them and say people need to be more like us, but you're not doing it either. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying I know. I'm just saying. I
agree with D2K. I'm with D2K, but
I have a short memory, so I'm like.
Let me read one of the comments from the article. The article says he added. This is one of the guys from Naughty Dog. He added that it wasn't until recently that he realized one of the core pillars of video game development, alongside with gameplay, graphics, and story, should be diversity.
Right. So
he's saying this is recent. This is not going back as. It's
right,
3.
but even recent, like if we look at Uncharted 4, if he's saying diversity in characters or women, okay, then yeah, you can get away with saying your game is diverse because you have women characters in your game. But like the main, Drake's wife, she's white. Sully is white. His brother Sam or whatever his name, white. Even the dude that was, and if you ain't played Uncharted 4, I don't want to ruin nothing, but I ain't gonna go there. But anyway, the villain, the main protagonist, is white. Then you had the black girl who was the muscle and over the mercenaries.
Nadine. Yeah,
who?
Nadine. That's Nadine, right?
Yeah, Nadine. Then you got a lot of the soldiers that you fighting are colored. So I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's not technically correct, but like D2K said, they still ain't leading in no real example for diversity in games. I mean, we still killing a lot of black people. I just hate to say it, but it's the truth. You still killing a lot of brown skinned individuals, just like when Resident Evil 5 got a lot of scrutiny for a lot of killing of brown skinned
which I didn't see. I didn't understand the problem because I would feel weird if it was a bunch of white people in Africa.
Exactly.
I didn't have no problem with. I didn't have no Uncharted with Resident Evil 5. I thought it was a stupid argument either. It made sense for
they had the black girl there too.
Yeah, but with Uncharted, you all over the place, and 90% of the soldiers, and I'm just gonna be real, 90% of the soldiers you shooting are colored.
I mean, I don't know if I can. I mean, I just played the game like 2 hours ago, and I mean, the people I shot wasn't colored. They were white because I'm in Ireland or Switzerland, whatever.
Yeah, some of them were, but a lot of them, you play it close to, a lot of them do be colored. I ain't gonna, but anyway.
It depends on where you are. Yeah, I agree with that.
I want to say something though, is that there are people who prey on situations like this to further their own agenda. Because there's obviously situations where there's not diversity in certain things, whether it be video games, movies, TV, whatnot, but there's people who have agendas and they use that to their advantage to get their agenda across. Case in point, this whatever it is that they're trying to call a movie that's coming out tomorrow, which is called Ghostbusters. You know, this movie, I lost interest in it when I found out that the actors from the original Ghostbusters that are left were going to be in there, but not be themselves. To me, that made absolutely no sense, and I said, I'm not going to pay my money to
So
see
what is
something
a
like
new
that.
time? It's like a new timeline or something?
I don't know what the hell they're doing. All I know is that they got Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson, Annie Potts, Dan Aykroyd, pretty much everybody that's still left except for Rick Moranis from the original Ghostbusters in the movie playing other people.
That's stupid.
Dun, dun, dun.
But people who aren't going to see the movie because of that, no, that's not going to be the narrative. It's going to be, you're not going to see the movie because you're a misogynist. You're not going to see the movie because it's for women and they're not for sexy women, and you're discriminating against women. That's what people are going to say.
I plan on going to see the movie, so they can't say it about me. But go ahead. You know.
I plan on bootlegging it, but
I want to see it, but I didn't know that. I didn't think none of the original cast was in it at all.
I thought it was like a few years, like maybe 10, 20 years later or something like that.
Right.
But
I
you
didn't
know
know
what?
none of them
And
were
what makes
doing
it so bad is that the concept itself was hot. I mean, I like the idea of having 4 female Ghostbusters, and if you're gonna reboot the whole thing and start from scratch, which is what they're trying to do, it's not a continuation of the original Ghostbusters. It's a brand new Ghostbusters, and it's just like this Ghostbusters never happened before, and the story starts with these 4 women. Okay,
That's
fine.
stupid.
But you guys, since you guys wasted so much time, you guys blew it. You could have had this movie in the past, but now, what's his name? The Egon Harold Ramis, he passed away, so now you can't do it. So okay, so you're gonna have to try something new. 4 women, okay, let's do it. Let's see what you got. But then they messed it up by saying all people don't want to see it because it's 4 women and you're being misogynistic and all this type of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Just because you guys are whining, I don't even want to see it.
It doesn't look funny though, like to me. Forget that whole women thing. Like, it doesn't look funny to me. That's why I don't want to see it.
Didn't they supposedly have 2 scripts and 2 different Ghostbuster movies that was supposed to be one with men in it, and this one wasn't there supposed to be another one that was supposed to be being made too?
I have no idea.
Well, they had already finished the one. Dan Aykroyd had already finished the one that he wanted Bill Murray to play in. He had everybody that was going to be in it. He had already finished the script, and the only person they were waiting for was Murray. And Murray never agreed to it. And so that's why they never actually, because they already had the movie written and everything.
Oh, okay.
They had everything set up ready to go, and he didn't want to commit, and then, what's the name, passed away, and it's like, oh, great, now we screwed up. So now it seems like maybe out of guilt, he's maybe okay, fine, I'll do the movie. Well, and they still, there was so much potential. You could have had them. I don't know if people remember that, but there was a cartoon called Extreme Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah. Where they had
space?
Yeah, and they basically, it was just Egon and
Oh no, I'm drinking something different. Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
It was like Egon and Janine and Slimer, of course, were the only 3 people left, and some of the other Ghostbusters would chime in here and there, do cameo appearances, Vapor would show up, whatever. But it was basically them 3 training like young new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's what they should have did with this one. Have Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson in their training, passing the torch to these women to take over the franchise and being a new thing. But you got them playing other characters. You got Thor playing the Janine character, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like they went out of their way to make you angry, so that way they can look at you and point at you and say that you're misogynistic, knowing full well why you're upset. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're women.
Oh man.
Okay, well, diversity has led us to talk about the Ghostbusters, but Anybody else? But Shaw, you got anything you want to add to like this topic? And if you want to even talk about the Ghostbusters,
I forgot.
the topic was you was talking about Uncharted, but we led into the whole Ghostbusters thing. But we can go back to the topic. Is
Ghostbusters? I don't know. I don't know nothing. I mean, you just blew my mind right there. I thought it was something totally different. So
yeah. I mean, I want to see it, but I do agree with what the sentiments of D2K. I think now that I'm finding out even more. I was hearing the chiming around this movie, but I didn't think the original cast, the people that are still alive from the original cast, was going to be in the movie. And if they were, I would at least have thought they would be their character that they were in the originals. But that is like really dumb if you were a Ghostbuster fan. But what they did in Ghostbuster 2, can't none of them complain about nothing after making that monstrosity that was. And Bobby Brown even had the single on that. So we don't even want to talk about that.
Man, I like Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2 was garbage, man.
I liked it. Man. Your love
Ghostbusters 2 was garbage.
When
Come on,
guys.
guys.
Walking around with the NES Advantage and all that, controlling it.
Higher and
man,
higher.
I never liked Ghostbusters 2. I never liked Ghostbusters. When the Statue of Liberty started walking around, I was done.
But that was tight. But
that was the best part.
That was the tight how they had the NES Advantage wired into it. They was controlling it with that. I mean, like that's the type of product placement Nintendo needs to do now. But funny. But that was tight.
Y'all really. I did like I liked the villain. I thought that was pretty cool. But
the pain.
I don't know. I just thought the movie.
Vigo, you are like a buzzing of flies to him.
So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think like D2K said, Naughty Dog is being a little double talky with the fact that they're really not showing any real. I won't say it's some hints of diversity, but for the most part, the protagonist is still a generic Anglo-Saxon, Caucasian, 90% of the time. So, I mean, you can't even tell the protagonist of Drake from The Last of Us character model. They look so much similar, So anyway, but it would be nice to see some female leads, maybe some black female leads, some black male leads, or some Asian. I don't understand how. A lot of what we do in gaming was inspired by the Asian culture, and none of them are any other leaders in the game. Even Mario is
an
Italian plumber. Like, come on, man. I mean, there's too many cultural and racial that you can add into these races that you can add to these games. I don't think it will sell any less, but I guess they figure it won't. It won't. I mean, so. Or will sell less, but that's all I got, guys. I ain't got much else.
That's good.
Okay, well, this has been the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Pokemon Go, don't play it if you don't want to look like a fool and possibly lose your life or find a dead body or maybe get raped. Stay away from it.
Or become a dead body.
or get raped while finding a dead body, what I'm saying? But I'm going to let these guys sign out, starting with Mr. Optimus Prime. Go ahead.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
You gotta do the sound effect.
I don't have that.
I should get some. I'll look it up and sample it and add it into our thing. But anyway, go ahead, K-Bob. Go ahead and sign yourself out.
For sure. All right, y'all. Been a good podcast. Hey, Nintendo, if you listening, I give you my number. You want to call me when you go to the bank so we can cash this check together. Because I'm your boy, man.
All right, Kansas City.
It's John Shaw. Thanks for coming to the podcast. Make sure you check out the site, fulleffectgaming.com, and peace out.
Yeah, make sure you hit us up, fulleffectgaming.com, and this is your boy Levelhead signing out. This is the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Till next time, folks, keep it going. Pokemon Go. Let's go.